Pneumonia outbreak continues to spread across China. The number of the states in US are being affected by the mysterious respiratory illness is also on the rise. The cases have surged in 11 states, affecting children aged between 3 to 14. Now, the CDC experts expect the flu season to be within the typical range of severity. Now, due to this sudden outbreak, 5 Republican senators have urged President Joe Biden to put travel ban on China. The mystery pneumonia affecting children in states and has ripped through China and parts of Europe as well. The World Health Organization, meanwhile, has requested China to share more information of the undiagnosed pneumonia in children after it affects kids across Chinese regions since mid-October. However, the Chinese embassy in Washington has rubbished the matter, calling the claims as ill-intentioned fabrications and said that China firmly opposes them. Joining me at this point in time is Dr. Ishwar Gilada, infectious diseases expert and Secretary General, Organized Medicine Academic Guild OMAG. And well, thank you for taking out your time, Dr. Gilada. Well, you are seeing how the situation is now taking place, where a mysterious pneumonia outbreak is causing tensions in the US as well. The outbreak has in fact happened in China, and the senators in the US have gone ahead and requested President Biden to put a ban on travel to and from China, and this mysterious respiratory illness is majorly affecting the children. How do we view these developments now?
Priyanka, thank you very much for having me on the show. Anywhere you hear the name of China, you are always suspicious, because we have seen for last 3 years or 3.5 years, they do not share the information. So if we think that WHO has requested China to share information, is a WHO's wishful thinking, because WHO could not get yet the correct answer from China, and they have not given a correct answer to the whole world. How did the COVID virus come? Whether it was a man-made, whether it was a laboratory-made, whether it was accidental. So WHO had 4 committees. First committee dissolved, second committee dissolved, third committee dissolved, fourth committee is there in place for 2 years. Now, if 2 years after that the committee doesn't come out with the reality, that means WHO is weak or WHO is siding China. Second, when China is not giving information, which is going on for last 5 to 6 weeks again, some new spot of the infections, particularly in children, then we have a surrogate marker where people from other countries would study. So currently, though we do not want anybody to get infected, but gladly we have some information from US, and CDC is a very strong laboratory, Centers for Disease Control. If they study, they do genome sequencing and find out what is this virus, whether it's a different type of flu, whether it is called an avian flu, which is a bird flu, because some of the cases were found in China or suspected to be found in China are H9N2, that's a bird flu, or whether it's a respiratory syncytial virus or a different strain of COVID. And only US laboratory can give us that answer. And then we can have a continued genome sequencing to find out whether it is linked to China or not linked to China. But at present in India, we have a currently bad weather going on. It's a winter, it's a flu season. A lot of people cannot get vaccinated against flu because the flu vaccines are very expensive. And therefore, it will be always confusing whether this is a routine flu in India, whether it's something new coming from China, is a respiratory syncytial virus, this is a COVID new strain, we will not know. And we need to also keep an open eye, not to be kind of complacent, and keep on watching what development in China and rest of the world.
Right, Dr. Gilada, also if we talk about the spread and the effects, how much should India be concerned on this note? Should there be a travel ban as well to and from India to China, if we talk about that in case? And what's the severity of the mysterious outbreak that has taken place?
See, at present, there is no need of travel ban. And secondly, travel ban, the way we did last time, that was even not an efficient travel ban. What we started was that flights coming directly from China were banned. Then they realized that people from China can come via Bangkok or Hong Kong or Singapore, then those flights were banned. Then we realized that people going from China to Italy, and Italy was very badly infected, then we banned those flights. So I think that kind of banning is also not a solution. What is the solution is at the airport, we should be vigilant. We should have a kind of a system where those people coming from those affected countries should be checked. And if even if we find one single case in our check, then we should be more worried and think about other banning of travel or not. But currently, banning travel would be something too much to understand. And secondly, India is well prepared. So even if something comes, it is not that we are going to face a big problem as we faced during the COVID era, because at that time we were not having testing kits, we were not having PPE kits, we were most of the time dependent on China. It was a very strange scenario that virus is coming from China, and even testing kits were also coming from China. PPE kits were coming from China, and once they stopped selling to India, then we started manufacturing, and now we are self-sufficient. So I think at present, India need not worry, but keep open eye, no complacency. And this is a complete job of only laboratories and scientific community, not for the rest of the people to get into panic mode.
Right. Dr. Ishwar Gilada, appreciate you taking out your time and speaking with us on Mirror Now over this concern that has been growing in terms of this mysterious pneumonia outbreak that has taken place in China, affecting the US at this point in time.